Hi guys, my name's Seb Tudor, I'm the man on the Silver Mountain, and welcome back. Now today I wanted to jump back into Subnautica, and I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to jump into the creative mode first off, and before we get back to just doing what we've been doing otherwise in terms of getting hold of the sea crown and sorting out the little babbies and all that kind of thing. For the Sea Emperor, I wanted to jump in and take a look at the dead zone first, and I wanted to get all the way down to the bottom there, so I don't want to faff around too much, which is why we're in creative, why we've got duplicates of things, because even though I don't think stuff should be able to get destroyed, I don't want to risk it. And I want to get down there, I want to take a look and see what's there, and I actually want to, rather than some of the stuff that I've seen with other people where kind of they've tried to illuminate some of it, they've tried to do this, they've tried to do that. I want to get down there and I want to set up a scanner room, maybe a couple, just so that we can see like as much of the lower edge as we possibly can, So we've got Cyclopses, we've got prawn suits, we've got a sea moth over there. They've all been decked out as far as I can remember, because I set this up a few days ago. So I can't 100% remember what they've been outfitted with. So you've got dual, you've got a grappling. You're probably the one we should take with us. Also, can I just ask a question, guys? Well, in creative mode, do you guys have problems with like power? Because I've got a nuclear generator here, and it's got well, one rod's died, but it's got that kind of thing. But and even though in theory I shouldn't need power generation and stuff for this either anyway, because of it being creative to one degree or another, just no light. Like nothing. Like no light. It doesn't seem like it's functioning, but hey ho, there you go. It's just the way it is. But all right. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our prawn suit over there, load it into a Cyclops, and then take it across. Like what else did we have on here? I can't. Take a look in a sec. So what else do we have as upgrades here? We've got the depth module, recharge energy efficiency, and we've got the improved jump jets. So that's cool. Also, I tried using the dive reel. I don't know how that fucking thing works, but we've got an air bladder as well, just to get up quickly if needs be. I just couldn't work out how the dive reel seemed to want to function. So there's that. But right, which Cyclops should we take? Take that one? No, we'll take this one. I'm not sure if there's a difference between them. Again, we'll check to make sure that it's got everything that we want it to have. Go away. But yeah. So I want to go down, and I want to take a look, and I want to set up as much as we can in regards to kind of other bits and pieces and things. What was this? Oh yeah, extra decoy, just because I don't want to be interfered with. From the looks of things, we've got a load of stuff. What's the last slot? Do we have anything for the last slot? We've got sonar, which is useful. We've got the energy efficiency. Yeah, wrong button. Okay, seems like we've got everything. So, and obviously it's creative, so we don't need all that much. So, right, let's
Engine powering up.
Let's just get our bearings by just going up, breaking the surface for a second here, just having a quick look around. Okay, so we're facing that way, so we're going to want to go this way. So we're going to want to go through the reef, over the Sea Treader's path as best we can, and then we're going to want to not scrape ourselves across stuff. But we're going to want to just take ourselves over the edge. And I can't remember, because it's been a long time since I've done anything in creative. I can't remember if the crush depth and such will make a big difference whilst we're down there or not. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a base on the edge quickly anyway, and then after we've set up a base on the edge, then we will have a quick look-see, quick check, just to see if we can take our Cyclops down and what happens to it. You know, if damage starts happening, we'll start seeing it over here. So, you know, we'll be careful of that. Certainly. Where are my cameras? There they are. But we're going to want to tackle that. And the reason why I wanted to do this more in creative was just so that we could do it again a little bit faster, not have to worry about stuff so much. Just so we could tackle the stuff straight away and find out what's down there, because I don't really fancy heading straight down there as in our not creative game, in our survival game, just purely because I feel like there's an awful lot of time and potential loss involved in that endeavour, and considering we're pretty close to the end in our survival game at the moment, I don't want to start risking all that much or wasting so much time on that. So, you know, we're going to come down and do it this way instead, just to... Is that a warper? Don't know. Probably. But yeah, so we're going to want to come down and tackle the edge, dive off into the unknown, and take a look at the adult ghost leviathans that are out there as well. Maybe we'll get a scan of a ghost leviathan in this game, just so that we can, because I think I've got... I'll take a look in a minute, but I think I've got a... Whoa, who's touching me? Am I touching me? Oh no, it's a ghost leviathan. That's not very nice. Does this mean we're near the edge, or are you a juvenile? Actually, are we taking damage? No, we're not. Where are you, ugly? Show me your face. Are you a baby, or are you an adult? Do you know what? You keep patting the outside here. This is where I get ballsy, because I know that he can't hurt me. But this is where we're gonna... I want to see if you're a juvenile or not. Where are you? Hey. 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 Hey, I'm over here. Why can't I scan you? Am I just too far away? There we go. Come back. So I can't scan your tail. Where's my Cyclops gone? Okay, you're swimming all the way over here. So is there a ghost... Is there actually a ghost leviathan? Okay, so that... Hold on. I just realised something, actually, because they put in... Didn't they put in? Because I thought they put in the FOV slider. Or is that just in experimental... Or, like, the unstable version yet? Yeah, it doesn't look like it just yet. I thought they had put... I saw a lot of people talking about that. I guess that's the experimental mode version of the game that hasn't gone fully live yet. But hold on. So you are... so we've got the juvenile here, which is the baby one that's in the Lost River. And then we've got the Ghost Leviathan... So what are the differences? So this vast predator is adapted to live in deep waters and dark cave systems, hunting anything and everything. Soft outer membrane and elongated body enable navigation of tight cave environments. Length measures in excess of all Reaper Leviathans encountered. This specimen is still growing and shows no indication of stopping. Okay, so this creature must be one of the largest on the planet. Muscled interior body surrounded by a translucent outer membrane. Body coloration suggests adaptation for deep low-light environments. Probable migratory behavior. This specimen was likely born far from where you encountered it. Not really. Lightweight and agile, capable of charging its prey with that little spike under its chin. Where's our... There we go. Let's get back to what we're actually here. We've been distracted by him for long enough. He doesn't seem that much bigger than the juvenile, but again, that might be because of my perspective on him. Which well, I've heard lots of people... It's hard to tell in video, but I've heard lots of other people who do Subnautica content, especially some of the larger names that do this kind of content, who have been kind of making a point of how the FOV slider allows things to actually just appear bigger and look better for it and stuff like that, but I obviously can't really judge on that just yet, seemingly, as it doesn't seem to be where I would expect it to be. Right. So let's... that was most certainly a ghost Leviathan. Okay, there's a sea treader. I do like the way that the sonar in this game lights up creatures as well. It's just helpful. Yeah, although when it does it to a Reaper Leviathan, it's also just creepy as balls. Hi, friends. Okay, so in theory, we're headed towards the edge that the Aurora rests on. So the Aurora should be like that way. So this over here somewhere, coming off this edge, should be towards the actual drop off into the deepest, darkest depths. I think. Let's see if the sonar picks up anything deeper down. Nope, that's a... Ooh, entering ecological dead zone. Adding report. Cool. So this is the dead zone report that we have heard about previously. Geological data dead zone. So geological scans of this area show a steep decline in all directions. This data is consistent with the theory that the Aurora crashed on the edge of a 2 km by 2 km volcanic crater. It has likely been millennia since an eruption reached the surface, encouraging the ecosystem within the crater to flourish. The ecology of the trench surrounding the crater supports only two kinds of life, microscopic and Leviathan class. Exploration is ill-advised. But that brings up the question of, can ghost Leviathans happily survive on what is essentially kind of microbial food? You know, is that a thing that they can do? Like, there are a few fish that seem to be kind of floating off the edge and stuff here, but can they do more? So let's whip this out and sort ourselves out with a base just quickly. Which will probably have no lights in.
Power restored. All primary systems online. Warning, emergency power only.
Yeah,
Oxygen production offline.
Right, so what I want to do is I want to stick a scanner room here so we can get the top edge and see what we can see. Oh, did you not? No, that was the wrong button. I thought I saw you connect. Right, let's go green with the tunnel. There we go. Cool. Right, let's go and take a look inside at what this is showing us here. Because we might just need to build us some upgrades as well. Okay, so that just drops off. Right, where's the... We need... range upgrade. I don't really care about time for the moment or the camera drone, so let's just... Where's the upgrade panel? Ah, right here. Let me upgrade. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so we're here, and we got a long drop off the edge. So first test, like, we don't seem to be taking damage in our Cyclops and stuff at the moment. So let's try taking the Cyclops down first, shall we? Give ourselves some protection, and so not that we need protection, but you know, it stops us from being molested on the way down, allows us to have some light, all that kind of thing. So we're at 443 meters so far. Right, let's sonar up. Let's come out a little way and then down. We want to try and keep the wall in view, but also we'll probably see Ghost Leviathans showing up on sonar. Oh, are we being nuzzled by something? It looks like it stretches on forever, which is crazy because it isn't. Okay, I think we're being tapped by something. Either that or we're rubbing against the rock. Oh, there's a Ghost Leviathan. Hi, friend. It's so interesting that the sonar only shows up for the musculature inside them. It doesn't show up around the outside, only what's inside. Which is kind of strange, kind of fun. How far down are we now? 1,500. Have we actually taken damage? Nope. Good. I mean, we're not at our depth threshold yet. So am I still being bounced off the rock by a big friend? Can't really see, but I'd imagine it's likely. We can hear something. Or I can hear something. So I believe it's supposed to level off at least a little bit when it comes to 3,000 odd meters. Which, you know, we're halfway or so there at the moment. And we'll see where it starts to level off. Are you still pestering me, or am I bumping against the rock? I might be bumping against the rock. Okay. So where are we now? We're at... Are we taking damage? No, we're not. Cool. So we're at 1,700 and something. Oh, hey friend. Oh, we got loads of friends. Aren't we lucky? Leave me the fuck alone. Like, this is why I kind of wanted to do it in creative, because we can be more analytical about it instead of having to just worry about being consumed by large predatory animals. So let's... Is this it beginning to slope off? Looks like it. Because there's supposed to be something of a plateau from what I've seen and heard and whatever else. So how far down are we now? 2,000 meters, right. So there's it begins to slope out, seemingly about 2,000 meters. Gives us a pretty reasonable idea of like how the volcano looks if you get it, you know, to one extent or another, where you've got kind of 1,000 kind of a kilometers worth, give or take, of distance. Okay, am I being, is this just me? Oh no, hey friend. But you've got kind of a kilometer's worth of it going just straight off the edge, then you've got another maybe kilometer of it starting to shift outward off the edge, and then you've got a little bit of space at the bottom before it falls off into "you're not supposed to be down here, player." Oh, I wonder where these guys go if I fire a decoy now, just straight up. There's another one. I kind of want to count how many of these guys are down here with us as well, just to give us a kind of indication of maybe what kind of environment we have down here. Because where are we now? We're at 2,900, so we're nearly there, and we're being rocked around a lot, but we're not taking damage or anything just yet. So we got 1, 2, 3 that we can see at the moment. There might be a 4th over there. Excuse me, I'm not done with my journey yet. So, oh, don't want to scrape that. Let's see. Because we're at 2,900, and now this seems to, whoops, this seems to be, to have become kind of flat again for the moment. But let's keep going down just in case. Like, is this the hard edge? Okay, so that's the hard edge. That's under the map. It goes on forever. Well, up until the other side, I guess. But okay, so we want to build something down here to get a little bit of a lay of the land, but I've seen flatter plateaus in kind of other people's content when they've made it down here. There might be something further that way, so let's go take a look over there, shall we? Also, it seems like they've left us alone now. Is that because we've hit the bottom of the map and stuff, or is that something else? This area over here seems flatter, so maybe we can build something out over here. I mean, if I tried to do this purely kind of, oh wait, is that deeper? Is there a plateau down there? What's this? Whoops. What's down here? Like, broken edge of the map? Weird indent? Why are we still going down? Am I being pushed? Don't appreciate that. I'm just gonna kind of sit in here. Right. Wanna just... Oh god. Okay, right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a... Get out of the way. I can't see a damn thing. Right, so we're here. So hold on, wait, we've got... Okay, so let's build that.
Power restored.
That might be a
All primary
bit
systems
close,
online.
but Can we... let's build it around this side if we can, maybe. No? Can we build it off here? You're in the way! There you go. Cool. Right, let's...
Warning, emergency
Yeah,
power
I know,
failure.
you're broken.
Oxygen production offline.
Right. Okay, so let's get that range upgrade again, just to see, because I don't know if this scanner upgrade, range upgrade, just gives us more. Yeah, okay, so that gives us. So you got another kind of plateau over there. You've got us down here on this weird, broken kind of flat pool, if you like, this basin. There's like, I very much appreciate this game purely for the size of the map that they've put in. Like, not only because this is way lower than even the bottom of the map really needed to be, and yet they knew that we would go off the edge. They knew that we'd go and have a poke around, and so they went and did it anyway. So, like, is this where you guys come from? Down here? So we've got two of you down here. Or are you only here because I'm here? Wait, is that a third? Yeah, there was a third that went into the rock as well. Fourth? Two. Yeah, no, so there are 3 or maybe 4 down here at the time. Oh, hey. So hold on. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there are only 3 or 4 at a time, seemingly. Which might just be because they don't want, like, ordinarily this would be overkill for anyone else trying to come down here. So, yeah, I mean, this is... I mean, it's cool and it's interesting, but it doesn't really serve a purpose for the actual game and the story and stuff like that. And these guys should be more than enough of a deterrent, I would have thought. But I'm kind of tempted to go to the other side of the map and see what there is over there as well. Because this weird kind of like cutoff here, where you've got kind of the broken textures and this just paper thin, almost kind of flat edge to the very bottom of the map. You know, with this little pool around it, like this little wall. I kind of wonder if there was maybe more of a purpose to this at one point. That maybe they were building this out more into something. Or maybe this is where we'll see the connection of another area. There's been mention of like an Arctic biome previously and stuff like that, which I think there was concept of, but not anything else to my knowledge added to the game. So you know, we've got this stuff. This will be just interesting to come and see. Well, if stuff is added, then it'll be interesting to see if we found, like, if this is a connecting element maybe, or a place where they can expand to, if that's what they're planning to do. But, you know, we'll have to kind of see how that goes, I guess. But yeah, no, it's... I can understand why so many people have been interested in getting down here. So, but actually, what are our coordinates here? So we are a long way down. So we're like 3,031 meters down, apparently, which tells me there. But in relative to the others, we're like pretty substantially out from where we are, and this is the, like, truly the void. It's. Part of me feels like there's maybe a little bit of a wasted opportunity with what's down here, but I understand that it's a case of they can only put so much in and do so much. You know, like as I've kind of said before, I hope that we get like more games in the Subnautica universe. But hey, ooh, do you know what we should do? Do you know what we should do? We should stick a beacon down here just so that we can see it. If we head all the way back up, here we go. If we head all the way back up to the surface, then we can see kind of where this is and how far away it will be when we actually get back to the safe shallows. Because that's kind of where I want to head back to now. Oh, have they damaged the base? Or is this... They have. Huh. Do I have a repair tool? I don't have a repair tool. Well, it's not like this is hugely important, to be fair, as long as we can just stick this beacon in here. Can we... Come on, I've dropped beacons. Okay, well, let's do it outside then. There you go, that's fine. That can sit there. Right, where's my torch? There it is. So where is it? Okay, it's there. It won't get eaten. We'll be fine. Weird that the base can get injured, but this thing can't, even though it's all the way down here. Right, so sonar on, and then let's just go straight up, I guess. How fast can we get back up there, I suppose? Can we see the... No, we can't see the beacon currently. I think it's the only beacon that I've got as well, so that should be easy. Well, with the exception of the little indicators for where my ships and things, my craft are. So that should be fine. But let's get our way. So only 3 signatures again on the thing. So I'm guessing that 3 is probably the maximum number of ghost leviathans that can come and pester us whilst we're down here. Which, as said, would ordinarily be more than enough to just kill us entirely, because it would wipe out this health bar in no time. We'd get eaten in one bite. You know, there's that. So, yeah, we'll just cruise on back over. Like, oh, I should have taken a look at the numbers whilst I was down there, but it'll be easier to see when we've only got the 1 marker to look at. Like, if I do this now, will they lose interest? Apparently not. Apparently there's still enough noise for them to be annoyed by it. Will this make us go up faster?
Warning. Vessel tilting. Excessive noise.
Again, like, just the fact that only part of them really shows up as...
Warning. Engine overheat.
Drop that back down. Yeah, the fact that their membrane doesn't reflect sonar is kind of interesting to me, and is another thing that we can take advantage of and research and apply so that we can get onto the board of Altera directors when we get back, because that's our goal, right? That has to be our goal, besides survival. We need something to look forward to when we get home. Do you know what?
Deploying decoy.
Go away. We've just risen straight into the beacon, haven't we? And it's sat on our back. And so they, even though they should be attacking the beacon, they're still attacking us. It tried to leave the tube and we just pulled it back into the tube. Oh well. Not too far left to go. They got big heads as well, like much bigger heads than I maybe would have expected them to have. When you're actually looking at which is which part isn't just membrane and which part is not. So okay, you can apparently go down, because they've just all disappeared, and we've just hit like 400-ish meters. So is there like a safe zone at the top of the dead zone of like 400-500 meters, just so you can get the codex unlock and stuff? Don't know, weird. Anyway, let's. Okay, so we're in the crag fields now. There we go. So we're headed back to safety. Relative safety. Who's doing what to me now? You don't seem to be fish attacking me, so you're just me grinding against stuff, I guess. Or slapping fish, I don't know. Let's take a look through the camera again at the crags when they get all illuminated. They're much bigger than I expected, actually. But then again, I guess this is possibly what remains of, like, the last eruption, maybe? Because for all of these to kind of rise up like this as kind of spiky and such, like, you'd have to expect it to be kind of lapping and cooling, which may very well be lava-esque. You know, so the crag fields could very well be kind of the last place that saw kind of an eruption. Be interesting. Again, it's going to be interesting to see. Is that what I think it is? It is. Hi, friend. Good to see you too. Right, in theory, if he's here, and that's seemingly the debris trail. Leave me alone, noisy. If that's the debris trail from the Aurora, which is what it seems to be, then we're not too far gone. Leave my engines alone. I love the way that. Oh yeah, there's the Aurora, so we need to head this way. I love the way that the oh, there's another one. No, there's another Reaper friend. Yeah, I always find it entertaining that it's either when you get used to something or you know that it can't hurt you, that you just start taunting it. And I as soon as we get back to my survival game, I will be back to treating those guys with the respect and fear that they deserve. Though again, part of me wonders how he manages to force his face into my my engine there and not have his face torn to shreds. Just saying. But yeah, here we go. Nearly home. Or at the very least, nearly back to the safe shallows. And then we can... Where's the... So our cameras are down there. What? Our beacon hasn't... Oh, there it is. Looking too high. Who's... What am I... Oh, peepers. So we didn't need the prawn suit in the end, at least. That's one thing, I suppose. But like, maybe I'll do another video in the future taking a look at the dead zone off by the mountain off by the bulb zone, maybe. You know, somewhere a bit further afield. Off to the other side, just to see if there's any difference. You know, because we found that little kind of empty pool. But imagine if we find something even more suspect
Powering down.
on the other side, where potentially we see, I don't know, a literal kind of bolt hole or empty space that could be for something else to be added. You know, it'd just be interesting to take a look. That noise was terrifying, and I'm pretty certain it was purely the sound of me leaving my Cyclops.
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production.
Yeah, there we go. So we've taken a look at the dead zone. That took us, what, 40 minutes to get down there and have a look around and come back. So it's not by any means kind of undoable or unattainable, at least in this mode. Maybe in the future, before we leave, we will go and take a look in our survival game and have a poke around down there, so that we can maybe find some more stuff and take more data back to Altera, so that they'll be super happy with us. But yeah, otherwise I think what we'll do next time is get back on looking for either the Sea Crown or some other bits and pieces that we need, generally, like the caches. We'll take a look at that. But also, just before we leave, actually, just for the sake of doing so, because I've got a Reaper Leviathan scan here, and I want to show you guys how I got this scan, but we may as well go through the information whilst we have it. So the Leviathan class species are vast organisms at the top of their respective food chains. This species is a streamlined hunter with developed sight and echolocation capabilities, which is the noises that it makes because he's a tool. The deep roar emitted by the Reaper at regular intervals is effectively sonar. If you can hear it, the Reaper can hear you. 4 powerful mandibles. This Leviathan is capable of locking prey in place and drawing it within reach of its jaws. Simulated pressure exceeds Seamoth crush resistance. Scanned specimen measures about 55 meters long. Observed circling its prey and attacking from behind. This creature is almost all muscle, very little brain, no sense of morality, just muscle, sinew, and teeth. Prey, everything, predators, ? Which seems to be sea dragons. Sea dragons seem to potentially chow down on these guys. And we're not sure about the other Leviathans. The other Leviathans seem a little like the sea, the Ghost Leviathan. Kind of looking at it, this seems kind of related to this in a way. And so whether or not this actually eats these is kind of something somewhat up for debate. But judging from the size of its mouth, its lack of teeth, and its little spike thing, and it doesn't say it's poisonous at all, so I can only assume that these two kind of coexist in different areas rather than going for each other. Motivational note, this lifeform has been categorized as Leviathan class predator. Congratulations on getting close enough to scan it and living to see the result. Assessment, extreme threat, avoid in all circumstances. So I want to go on a little bit of a hunt / safari for a Leviathan, Reaper Leviathan in our survival game, just as a challenge later on. But we'll deal with most of the story, if not all the story first, and then get on to that. But otherwise, guys, thank you very much for coming into Creative with me today and taking a look at this. I find it interesting. I know that there have been a lot of other people that have been doing these videos and building much more substantial bases than just a little survey room down there to see what's there. But, you know, that's all I was kind of curious about. I wanted to see how many Leviathans spawned down there, because I was just like, well, if you had like a whole load, because it's hard to tell in other people's videos as well. Especially when they're just trying to avoid them rather than take a look. It's like, if there had been just so many Reaper Leviathans that every so often they'd just more spawn in and tackle you, then firstly it would be taxing on my system, to say the least. But also it would be just interesting, because it would be like, well, there's not much in the way of fish down here. There don't seem to be much in the way of microbes or anything else substantial that these guys could eat. So are they just eating each other? And you know, you've got the juveniles kind of heading out that way, and so on and so forth. So, you know, it's possible that that could be the case. Also, I just saw something down here, which I'm like, what the hell is this? You're a Mark 1 pressure module. Don't know when I dropped that, but yeah, it's interesting to me. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the video tomorrow. Take care. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, then please drop us a like, share this video, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the video tomorrow. Take care.